The whole thing kicks off with some serious family drama. Hinako is getting called out for not being a carbon copy of her sister Junko. The tension is super thick, and you can just feel the awkward silence after her dad starts yapping. This is setting the stage for some major emotional baggage. The family argument just escalates, and it is honestly hard to watch. Hinako's dad is on another level of angry, comparing her to Junko again. It's the classic, "why can't you be more like your sibling" speech, but with the intensity turned up to 100. She decides she is over it. After storming out, Hinako finds her town completely empty. It is giving major ghost town energy, and the vibe is immediately unsettling. She is just trying to find her friends, maybe hang out at the local spot, but everyone has vanished. This is where things start to feel like a real horror movie. While looking for literally anyone, Hinako overhears some hushed, creepy gossip. People are whispering about a family and how someone died, throwing around accusations. It is super cryptic and adds to the whole mystery of what is going on in this town. The lore is already getting deep and spooky. Hinako finally finds her friend Shu, but their reunion is super awkward and quiet. They are both just staring at each other, not saying a word. It is clear there is some history or unspoken tension between them. He tells her he will always have her back, which is sweet but also ominous. Their other friend, Rinko, shows up and the dynamic gets even more complicated. The three of them start joking around about borrowed magazines and money, trying to act normal. But underneath it all, there is this weird energy, like they are all avoiding a much bigger conversation. It feels forced. The atmosphere takes a nosedive into pure horror. Hinako is walking alone in the dark, calling out for Shu when things get super tense. The sound design here is doing all the work, making you feel like something is about to jump out at any second. It is peak suspense. We get this surreal, dreamlike sequence about a girl named Sakako who wanted to own a candy store. A mysterious voice narrates her dream, which has now become a twisted reality. It is a sad, creepy story that seems to be a big piece of the town's cursed history. Hinako wakes up from what she thinks was a nightmare, but a mysterious man is there with her. He is acting very calm and tells her to take care of herself. His presence is unsettling. He has this serene but controlling vibe that just screams bad news. This is not a dream. This mysterious guy gives Hinako a special key made from mystic jade, telling her it is specifically for her. He is talking about sacred ground and welcoming her, but it all feels very cult-like. He is definitely grooming her for something, and it is not going to be a fun time. Hinako finds Shu again, and they are both trying to process the fact that the town is empty and filled with monsters. Shu is trying to keep it light, but the reality of their situation is setting in. They decide to team up and go find Rinko, hoping she is still safe somewhere. As they travel together, Hinako and Shu start reminiscing about their childhood. They talk about playing in the fields and getting into trouble, and it is a small moment of peace in the middle of all the chaos. It shows how deep their bond is, even when the world is ending. They finally locate Rinko, who is terrified and confused. She explains that her whole family, including her grandma, who can barely walk, just disappeared. The three of them are together again, but they are trapped in the town with no clear way out, as the main bridge is gone. Shu comes up with a plan. They will take a shortcut through the wasabi fields and try to reach the highway past the mountain. It is a risky move, but it is their only shot at escaping the town and getting help. They decide to grab a first aid kit before they make a run for it. The search for supplies gets interrupted by haunting voices calling out for someone named Sakako. The atmosphere is incredibly tense as they navigate through a creepy building, following the desperate cries. It feels like they are walking right into a trap set by whatever is haunting this town. Things get super intense as Hinako confronts a tormented spirit, likely Sakako, who keeps calling her a traitor. A voice tells her to just relax and close her eyes, but it is clearly a trick. This whole sequence is a psychological battle, blurring the lines between reality and the supernatural. The mysterious man from before reappears and seemingly exorcises the evil spirit tormenting Hinako. He calls it an impurity and tells her she is safe now. Then he leads her to a place for cleansing, reinforcing his role as some kind of spiritual guide in this nightmare world. His motives are still shady. Hinako wakes up with her friends, who tell her she just fell down the stairs. They act as if the supernatural encounter never happened, which is super gaslighty. It makes you question what is real and what is just in her head. They decide to stick together and head for safety. As the trio travels, Rinko starts questioning Shu about his relationship with Hinako. She points out that he always calls her partner and treats her like one of the guys. This conversation feels like a weird time for relationship drama, but it highlights the complex history between the friends. The vibe shifts drastically when Rinko bluntly tells Shu that Hinako is dead. She insists he needs to snap back to reality, but he is completely in denial, still talking to an imaginary Hinako. This reveals a massive twist. The Hinako with them might not be the real Hinako, or she might be a ghost. A new character, Junko, appears and speaks to Hinako in a cryptic way. She talks about friends betraying you and questions their worth. It is a really strange and philosophical moment that seems to be messing with Hinako's perception of her own relationships and loyalties. The mind games are real. A voice delivers a chilling monologue about saving someone's soul by claiming their life. This is layered over some truly disturbing visuals, making it clear that the stakes are incredibly high. It feels like a ritualistic sacrifice is being discussed, and Hinako might be the target. The vibes are not good. Hinako has a flashback or vision where someone is yelling at her, calling her a traitor and demanding she apologize for playing with someone's heart. It is a really intense and emotional confrontation that hints at some past drama or betrayal that is fueling the current supernatural events. There is so much tea. A desperate voice, likely a friend's spirit, begs Hinako not to leave them alone, reminding her of a promise they made to stick together. The scene is heartbreaking and chaotic, with the spirit calling her a traitor as it gets dragged away. The theme of betrayal is literally everywhere in this story. Shu confronts Hinako, asking for her final decision. He shows her a bunch of nostalgic childhood items, like notebooks and toys, trying to get her to remember their past. It feels like he is pleading with her to choose their friendship over whatever dark path she is on. It is a deeply emotional moment. Hinako has another conversation with the mysterious man, who acknowledges how hard it must be for her to say goodbye to her childhood friends. He seems to be guiding her away from her past life and into a new one. This dude is a major red flag, pushing her to abandon everyone she knows. Hinako finally finds Shu, but he is trapped or in some kind of trance. She calls out to him, but it is unclear if he can even hear her. It is another moment of being so close to a friend, yet completely unable to connect with them. The whole situation feels hopeless for their friendship. The mysterious man explains that Hinako is about to undergo 3 painful rituals. He is preparing her for some kind of transformation or ascension, and it is clear that it is not going to be a pleasant process. The cult vibes are stronger than ever as she willingly walks into this. After enduring an incredibly painful ritual, Hinako is in agony. The man tries to calm her down, telling her there is no more pain or suffering. He is essentially brainwashing her into accepting her new state, and she starts repeating his words back to him. It is a truly chilling scene of psychological manipulation. In a shocking turn, Rinko reveals her true feelings, screaming that she is happy Hinako will be gone for good. She wants to erase every trace of Hinako from her memory. This raw, hateful confession exposes a deep-seated jealousy and pain that has been festering between them for years. This friendship is cooked. As Hinako is losing her identity, a voice reminds her that the name Shimizu Hinako means nothing. It feels like the final stage of her transformation, where she has to let go of her old self completely. It is a somber moment, signifying the death of the person she used to be. Junko reappears and gives Hinako a final warning. She tells her that she is running out of time to decide her own future and that the choice is hers alone. It is a moment of tough love, urging Hinako to stop being passive and take control of her destiny before it is too late. Hinako has a vivid flashback to her dysfunctional family life. She remembers her father being verbally abusive towards her mother over something as simple as miso soup. Young Hinako stands up to him, showing the rebellious and protective nature she has always had. It adds so much context to her character. Hinako comes face to face with a doppelganger of herself. This other Hinako is aggressive and angry, calling her out for running away from her problems and not taking anything seriously. She threatens to destroy everyone Hinako cares about if she does not fight back, forcing a final confrontation. The real Hinako finally snaps back when her doppelganger threatens Shu. She declares that he is her special, one and only partner, and that she will not let anyone hurt him. This is the moment she stops running and decides to fight for the people she loves, embracing her main character energy. After a grueling battle, Hinako is recovering. The mysterious man gives her a drink made from rice and water offered to spirits, saying it has a divine power. It seems like he is healing her, but also continuing her transformation. She's becoming something more than human, for better or worse. Junko shows up again after a creature attacks, and it is implied she killed it to protect Hinako. She makes a chilling promise. If the entity is not truly gone, she will kill Hinako herself for the sake of the man they are both connected to. Family loyalty here is seriously twisted. The man's plans are interrupted by an outside force, and he is not happy about it. He orders someone to be killed, calling it for their own good. His calm demeanor is gone, replaced by a cold ruthlessness. This guy is a straight-up villain, and his true intentions are coming to light. Junko confronts a distraught Hinako, who seems to be losing her grip on reality. She does not know where she is or why she is there. Junko tries to get her to think and understand her purpose, but Hinako is regressing, consumed by fear and confusion. It is a sad state for our hero. Hinako confronts a monstrous being, blaming it for taking everything from her, her friends, her parents, and her own identity. She screams for it to give back everything it has stolen. This is her final stand, a raw and desperate fight to reclaim her life from the forces that have ruined it. In the middle of a destructive rampage, someone tries to reason with Hinako, asking why she is doing this. It is a moment of clarity in the chaos, showing that even in her monstrous state, a part of her might still be reachable. But she seems too far gone, committed to the destruction. The story ends with police radio chatter describing a massacre. The suspect is a woman in her 20s wearing a wedding dress, last seen at a shrine. It is confirmed that this is Hinako, now considered armed and highly dangerous. She has fully transformed into the story's tragic villain,